What? It's okay. What? Am I on? I got to go live everything. Hey, my name is Forrest Gump, y'all. I am the herbalist. And today, what we talking about today? Accountability starts with you, not me, you. Accountability starts with you, not me. I like that beat, y'all. That be tight, huh?
So come on, chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause that shit you eat is bad for your health.
I got the nerves, y'all. Okay. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, because you've been wrecking yourself for a long time. Accountability starts with you. Why do I say that? Well, I'm going to share some doctor's information with y'all again. I'm going to let y'all hear it from the horse's mouth. That way y'all will know when I'm coming straight. I'm coming live. I ain't coming jive time turkeying, okay? Because, you know, you can find me at www.herbsoftheforest.com, 888-619-4372. And I'm going to drop some knowledge and wisdom on you, okay? Because that's the only thing I believe is going to change your mind, or at least put you in tune to what's really happening around you, because people are asleep. Now, since accountability starts with you, I say that because we can no longer blame a race of people, doctors, or the pharmaceutical companies for our choices, because they have made it clear that your ass don't matter. Now, when you hear what these doctors say, you're going to know what I'm saying. You really don't matter except when you matter to you first. And I'm here to see who matters to themselves, because I make myself available in 3 or 4 different ways. I don't care what kind of problem you got. There is a physical solution for a physical problem. And every solution starts with your diet, ends with plants. Starts with your diet, ends with plants. Even to the tune of what you eat, you must eat more plants. All your problems go away. But don't take my word. Take this, what these doctors are saying, because you know y'all gonna listen to them before y'all ever listen to my black ass. I know that. So I thought I would come equipped to give you someone to listen to that's gonna tell you the truth, and then it's up to you to decide whether I'm full of shit or not. I don't think I am, but let's see what this doctor say.
There's a strong link between dairy foods and autoimmune diseases. And so that can show itself up as excessive production of mucus and exacerbation of asthma in kids who are prone to that, and even adults. And also there's an association between dairy foods and multiple sclerosis and type 1 diabetes, which is an autoimmune disease, and other rheumatologic problems.
Now he said there's an association between dairy and your illness. See, that's a nice way of saying you eating some bullshit and it's causing you to get sick, but you ain't wise enough to realize, so we're going to just associate it to it. We're going to associate your illness to the food you eating. I ain't going to tell you just yet that you're killing yourself with your teeth, you digging your grave with your teeth. I'm just going to tell you, as a doctor, there's a strong association between dairy and multiple sclerosis. There's a strong association between dairy and the sinus issues you're having. There's a strong association between dairy and asthma. I'm just letting you know, okay? But pay attention, guys. Come on. This is some serious stuff, because you are suffering.
Cow's milk is baby calf growth fluid. That's what the stuff is.
Logic problem.
What he said?
Cow's milk is baby calf growth fluid. That's what the stuff is. There's absolutely no child or human on earth who actually needs the milk of a cow any more than they need the milk of a giraffe or a mouse.
Most
he said you might as well drink rat milk because you too dumb. You don't even realize you a human being. You don't need no animal's milk. So if you feed your baby some animal's milk, pull out the rat milk. Shit. Hold up. Pull out the giraffe milk then. Okay, hold up. How about the dog's milk? That's the extent of feeding your child calf's milk. These people have lied to you. You heard what that doctor said? That man old as dirt. He ain't lying. Damn. He said you might as well feed your family some rat milk.
people in the world are lactose intolerant. I mean, that's the normal state of affairs. Why would your body create this enzyme to digest lactose after weaning, after infancy? It doesn't make any sense.
73% of African Americans are lactose intolerant, 95% of Asians, roughly 70% of Native Americans, and about 53% of Hispanic Americans are lactose intolerant. Our government is encouraging Americans of color to eat foods that it knows is going to make them ill. Ultimately, what that boils down to is the government is telling me as an African American to eat food that's going to make me ill for no health benefit so that it will benefit dairy farmers. That's a form of institutionalized racism.
Did you hear that? Hold on. Listen to what he said.
70% of Native Americans.
Hold on, y'all got to hear this. Listen, this is a black doctor. Black people, this is a black doctor. White people, this is a black doctor. All race people, this is a black doctor. So now, this doctor is telling you, but listen to what he says. That your government is doing to you, but you believe them. Everything they say, you buy that shit hook, line, and sinker. They're running the scam on you again. COVID. Damn. Listen to what this man says. Why would they stop at COVID? I mean, they didn't stop at the food. So COVID is a better scam. But just pay attention. I know y'all don't want to believe this shit, but just listen. I ain't making this up.
And about 53% of Hispanic Americans are lactose intolerant. Our government is encouraging Americans of color to eat foods that it knows is going to make them ill. Ultimately, what that boils down to is the government is telling me as an African American to eat food that's going to make me ill for no health benefit so that it will benefit dairy farmers. That's a form of institutionalized racism.
Okay. That's a doctor, y'all. That's a real PhD. Okay? Since you want a PhD, I'm giving you PhDs today. You're going to have as many PhDs as you want today. At the end of the day, you still have to decide who you're going to trust. You still have to decide. It's not no one else's fault but your own. You know, you're giving this stuff to your children. I can't put enough emphasis on that. If you have a child in your house and you're feeding them the standard American diet, you don't know any better, there is no excuse for ignorance. In the law, there is no such thing as an excuse. You can't even use ignorance as an excuse. Why would you want to use ignorance as an excuse when it comes to your health, when it comes to your child's health, when it comes to your husband, your mother, your grandmother, your father? Come on. You have information now to where you can't just accept the excuse anymore because the information, the internet has changed the world. You can see them killing us now. Before we couldn't see it. They were hanging black people way before now. And they were shooting them and getting away with that shit way before now. But you can see it now. Well, they're killing you with the food now. I showed Russell Simmons. I showed you what Russell Simmons said. You know, you believe the stars and you believe the PhDs. Well, I don't need a piece of paper to tell me I can do research and learn what helps the human body. They're experimenting on human beings to the tune of killing them. The brother Chadwick from the from Black Panther. 4 years he took radiation therapy and chemotherapy for 4 years before he finally succumbed to it. Come on, guys, this is real. This is a serious game, and they're winning. But they're only winning because you're ignorant. They're only winning because you won't take the time to learn what I'm trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm giving you free information that you don't even have to go get. And I'm not finna sit here and lie to you or con you or rob you or steal from you. None of that stuff. I want you to know that you have options. You have better options than the ones you're looking at. Pay attention, because this is your PhDs.
Why isn't your doctor telling this? Odds are your doctor never learned any of this. In fact, there's even a bill introduced just mandating physicians get 7 hours nutrition training every couple of years, just to kind of stay on top of it. And who came out against that? The California Medical Association. Even the family physicians, the surgeons, all the mainstream medical groups came out opposed.
It's 7 hours.
Did you hear what he said? They opposed you learning the truth. That they oppose you knowing that nutrition, minerals, the stuff you're eating is killing you. They don't want them doctors to know the truth about how to heal the human body. Ain't nobody healing your ass. Hello? Anybody home? They want you to stay sick. There's more money in your illness. There's no conspiracy here. These are facts. These are people who do research every day, who have customers, who have patients every day that come into their office, who they say, you know what, I'm going to change your diet. I want you to go a vegetable diet. I'm going to change your diet, and let's see what happens. And when they come back, they're 1,000 times better. They're off the medication. At what point are you going to get this?
Thank you both. Have a great night.
Not a conspiracy, not a lie, not some rules to get you sucked into anything. No, this is to make you free. You can only be free when you open up your mind to the possibilities that there is something greater than what you've been told. Because all you know is what you've been told. Pay attention.
That's a lot, even if it's over 1 4-year period.
So they're not just kind of opposed.
It's 7 hours. That's a lot, even if it's over 1 4-year period.
So they're
This man's saying 7 hours is a lot over a 4-year period for doctors to learn about nutrition. That's what he said. 7 hours over a 4-year period is too much for a doctor to help you out. Come on, you gotta see this shit for what it is. You're dead, and they're killing you. And if they don't get you with the gun, they're gonna get you with the food. If they don't get you with the food, they're gonna get you with the medication. You absolutely don't have an alternative or choice other than what I'm talking about here today. You can turn the channel, you can run, but your ass can't hide. You will get got. And it will cost you your life. It'll cost you your children's life. It'll cost you everyone you love's life. And you will think that it was hereditary. You will tell yourself, oh, it's hereditary. Oh, it's hereditary. Yeah, that was in my genes. It was running in my family line. Ain't shit running in your family line but some ignorance. That is it. You are lacking knowledge, and you won't even sit down and get it? Keep listening.
not just kind of neutral, but they're actually actively opposing nutrition education.
Ironically, when patients come to doctors with questions, they assume that the doctor knows something about nutrition, and so it's kind of a double whammy that doctors haven't been taught much about nutrition.
Okay, come on now. For real though. Come on now. Somebody say something, cause this shit's got to be, just got to change. Okay, it actually starts with you. You absolutely have to begin to realize if you don't take responsibility of your health, then you really are doomed. Your children's doomed. You know, everything that you love, even your dogs and pets are doomed. That's right. Animals are suffering just like human beings from the processed food that we eat every day. I'm not making this shit up. Okay, listen to another doctor. You ain't got to trust me. Shit, I'm just telling you what, I'm sharing some knowledge.
Robert Martin wasn't exaggerating. When the profits of the egg industry were threatened by egg alternative company Hampton Creek Foods, extremely disturbing emails were uncovered by Ryan Shapiro and Jeffrey Light.
Robert Martin was a guy who started a company to replace eggs because he knew how bad eggs, one egg is equivalent to 5 cigarettes. So he came up with an alternative to eggs. The egg industry say, oh, hell no, nigga, you ain't taking our eggs away. We're going to put a hit on your ass. Keep listening.
Uncovered documents demonstrating the American Egg Board considers Hampton Creek, quote, a crisis and major threat to the future of the American egg industry.
They pose this, they say this man is a threat, but that ain't the good part. Where'd you get to the good part?
The American Egg Board considers a successful egg replacer company to be such a threat that they joke on their government email addresses about murdering the CEO.
He said government. He said government. The government is in bed with every food house on the planet. They know they are poisoning you. If one egg is equivalent to 5 cigarettes, every time you get your happy-go-lucky ass up and have some eggs for breakfast, put the eggs down and smoke the cigarette. That's what you might as well do. Because that's what's poisoning you too. I mean, you hear this, man? These people ain't lying. The government knows that this stuff is killing you. And they get mad at a company for producing something that's not going to kill you. Because it's going to affect their business, their money. Come on, guys. This shit is real.
In internal government emails with the heads of the egg industry, they suggest having the CEO of Hampton Creek, Josh Tetrick, murdered, including a menacing email from the executive director of the American Egg Board.
Oh, Jesus.
Robert,
This is serious, guys. I ain't making this up. This is serious as hell. I mean,
Come on, chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause that shit you eating is bad for your health.
that shit you eat
I got them herbs.
is bad for your health. That shit you eating is... Okay, let's see what the next doctor got to say, because y'all ain't hearing me yet. What are these people saying? Let's see.
I had heard enough. I was utterly disgusted by the corruption, the greed, the disease, and the abuse I was learning about. The very animals we were killing us and the planet. But so many people eat meat and dairy every day of their lives, and we are so concerned about getting enough protein. Do we have to eat meat to get complete protein?
Oh my God. You want me to jump off this Bellner Johnson? Well, first of all protein is made by plants. I'll state that again for the record. All protein is initially made by plants, all of it. And it is not necessary to eat animal tissue in order to get protein.
I got something better to say on that. The animal eats the plants, so they absorb the protein in their meat. So in your mind, and what you've been told, is you can get the protein now from their flesh. You cannot absorb third-party protein. That is a lie. You need to remember and know that from now this day forward that you have been lied to about plant protein. You cannot get plant protein from flesh. The animal's body's already absorbed the protein into its flesh, which is what your body is supposed to do in the first place. Absorb the protein from the plant into your flesh. So the only way you're going to get real protein, and you don't need that much, guys. You only need 50 milligrams of protein a day. That's it. You can only get it from plants. You cannot get protein. You cannot get calcium. You can't get none of those things they have lied to you about from another animal. That means everything you think you know, you have been told a lie. Just keep listening. I mean, you know.
Only plants have the ability to actually take nitrogen in order to get protein. Only plants have the ability to have the ability in order to get protein. Only plants have the ability to actually take nitrogen from the air, break those molecules apart, and incorporate that nitrogen into amino acids and then make protein. Any protein you get from an animal is simply recycled plant protein.
No, it's worse than that. It's not recycled plant protein. You're not getting any protein. You can't get recycled protein. No such thing. I mean, when you wake up and when you read enough, you will learn and you'll begin to understand that a lot of things are said to make money. A lot of things are said. I mean, this guy's telling the truth. Straight down telling the truth. You cannot get protein from flesh. That's a lie. I don't care what you think you know. When you do the research and you understand how the body works, you understand that, what makes the body, what makes up the body's ability to do what it does. And there are books that teach you that, and I've learned and studied that. I mean, to blow your mind with some of the stuff I've learned that the average person just is not going to take the time to do. You'll realize you really are being lied to on a whole nother level. And until you get it, This is your sickness.
You know, when we try to get information on some of the health studies and the environmental studies from federal agencies, we get back page after page of blacked out information because the company claimed confidential business.
In other words, the company don't want you to know that they're killing your ass. When they black out those pages, they're not hiding information. What they're hiding truths. Meaning if a person read that stuff, they would stop doing a lot of things. A lot of companies would go out of business if society knew. You gotta listen to what these people are gonna tell you this because they read the stuff, so they know. And these are doctors, researchers, you know, people who are in the business, work for the government, who know this to be true. So it made me think, why do white people, you know, always seek to get healthier more than black people? I'm gonna tell you why. They know something you don't know about the food that you run to the store to buy every day. They know more because they're privy to the information. Remember, their husbands are doctors, their best friends are doctors. You know, they all work for government, their best friend work for government. So they're in a position to know things that you just can't possibly find out unless you're in the know. Keep listening, I ain't making this up.
Consumers have no idea what is in the products that they consume. Consumers have no idea what is in the products that they consume. Consumers have no idea what is in the products that they consume.
So how sick something makes me and how bad it pollutes the environment is a secret for a company.
In the animal agriculture industry, as in the tobacco industry, these companies really have a vested interest in making sure that the public doesn't have information about their effects and what risks are really posed to consuming them.
Have this system where animals are living in their own waste, they're living next to animals that are sick or even dead, and they're stuck in cages with these animals. The bacteria tends to spread, so that the pathogens that are being created in these filthy conditions are breeding resistance to antibiotics, and the public are becoming exposed to those.
I'm not trying to take your food from you. I'm not. I'm really not. I know the only way you're going to begin to heal is you gotta get smarter. You gotta turn. You gotta stop turning a blind eye. You gotta stop accepting ignorance as an excuse. You absolutely have to. That's if you want to live. If you're okay with being sick and having all the diseases under the sun, just keep doing what you're doing. Hell, eat more meat. If you like pain and suffering, eat more meat. Just go crazy. I mean, shit, go buy some ribs and throw them on a flame and pour some gasoline over and light it up. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to keep having what you got. Until you decide that you've had enough and that you really want to heal, you really got to hold yourself accountable and take responsibility. Until you do that, guess what? I got them herbs, y'all. My name Forrest, Herbs of the Forest, www.herbsoftheforest.com. Go to the website. What do I recommend to heal from this shit? Here's what I recommend to clean your body of the parasites, the poison, the toxicity, the overextended, shit. That's the buildup, the cholesterol buildup. All the things that have caused the problems that you are facing right now. I recommend a full body detox, a cleanse. Go to Herbs of the Forest and clean your body. When you clean your body, you start the healing process. Until you do this, you're only just, you're playing Russian roulette is what you're doing. And I know you don't want to give up your food, but at least give your body a break. Take a break from the poison. 21 days ain't that long. Take a break from the poison and get some of the minerals and nutrients back in your body. You're missing minerals and nutrients every day. And what a cleanse does, it works on all your major organs. It don't work on just one. It works on all of them. So you really do reverse the clock. You stop that poison line, and this is what happens. And the body goes back after you clean it up with those herbs, and you start healing. You're gonna start feeling better. You're gonna have clarity of mind. Your skin gonna look better. You're gonna have vitality. Your sex drive come back. The disease goes away. At least do that once a year at a minimum. I mean, I recommend it 3 times a year, but once a year means you care that much. Twice a year means you care that much. It didn't move. 3 times a year means you care this much. It didn't move. It didn't move because you don't care. And you can't undo 30 years of bullshit with one cleanse. You just can't. You are genetically made up of all the bullshit you've eaten. So what you are told to eat. You truly are what you are told to eat. You gotta listen from these people that are telling you. These people, these are doctors, and they're telling the truth. I got a shitload more videos to share with you guys, but I can only do it in small sessions because y'all get y'all can't handle too much knowledge. So I ain't picking at you then, but the truth is the truth. What I share will change your life. You just got to take action. You got to you got to be, you're accountable. You are responsible for feeling better, looking better, doing better. And my name is Forrest, and you can reach me at 888-619-4372. You can go to the website. You can chat with me on the website, www.herbsoftheforest.com. You got to start somewhere. At least call and ask enough questions, and I'll tell you where to start. Get rid of one thing at a time. You ain't got to get rid of everything all at one time. But you can't do a cleanse and only get rid of one thing. You got to commit. When you do the cleanse, you commit. Everybody ain't ready for the cleanse. But if you got an ailment or problem, subscribe to my channel so you can always hook me up. Go to my YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, subscribe, get and, connect yourself so that you can at least begin to grow and learn and change things slowly. You ain't got to change overnight, just one step at a time. The greatest people, when you walk, you take one step at a time. You don't start out running. So figure out where you want to heal, how you want to heal, and know that there's somebody out here to help you. Okay? Thanks for listening. Until next time, you really need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because that shit you eating is bad for your health. Thanks for listening. I'm Forrest Gump. Peace.